eyes on me. So for homework you should have read chapter 4 of Frankenstein, and today we're just going to look through and analyse the chapter and look at the emotions that Frankenstein himself portrays. So in the chapter 4 overview, we have Frankenstein talks about the making of the monster, described how he wanted to make a beautiful man through all these different body parts, but he turned out an ugly, scary creature. Talk about bringing the monster to life, and that he feared the monster and ran away. And he also met a friend, which if you've read the book you know that he met a friend at the train station, brought him back to his house, and he felt extremely ill from just having so much fear of the monster. So, just in your pairs, and we'll discuss as a class the analysis of just different bits from the book. So Natalie, do you want to read the first bit out?
Out loud.
Yeah, if you can.
In my laboratory I made a body. I bought or stole all the pieces of human body that I needed, and slowly and carefully I put them all together.
Okay, and then Tom, do you want to read the second bit?
Out loud?
Yes.
For a year I had worked to make this creature, but now it looked terrible and frightening. I almost decided to destroy it, but I could not. I had to know if I could put life into it.
Good. So looking at these two different bits from the same chapter, what do you think are the two compelling emotions portrayed between the two of them? Natalie?
That he wanted to create life. He wanted to create something special, yet it turned into something frightening and scary.
Yeah, so anyone want to elaborate on that?
There's excitement in the first passage.
Yeah, so he's excited about creating something that no one's ever done before. And then what about the second one?
He's scared.
Yeah, so there's yeah, so keep going, elaborate.
He's scared because it isn't turning out how he thought it would.
Yeah, so in the first one you can see that in the first bit which is at the start of the chapter, you can see that he's really excited about making this person from different body parts, and then towards the end of the chapter you see that he's realised that he's made a mistake and that it shouldn't have been done, or that he's just totally not wanted to do it. So these are the chapter questions that we're going to talk about as a class. So what emotions do you think Frankenstein was feeling after being so excited about it and then becoming afraid of his own creation?
Disappointed?
Yeah, so he's disappointed.
Despair.
Why do you say despair?
So it's his own creation. He thinks it's going to be this great thing that brings him up. But then he sees that the creature he's made isn't beautiful, isn't a piece of artwork, so he despairs of his own kind of misconception.
Yeah, good. So he has a battle of feelings throughout the chapter of just different emotions. So then where in the chapter 4 can you see this?
In the bits we just read.
Yeah, okay, so looking at the excerpts from the book, where can you see that, like what language can you see that he was once excited and now he's fearful of the creature he made?
It looked terrible.
Yeah, so it looked terrible?
In the first one it says he carefully put it together.
Yeah, so he's obviously taken some time and thought about what he wanted to do. Natalie? Tom?
Well, he says he got all the pieces of the body that I needed. So
Yeah, so he's obviously slowly thought out about what pieces he wanted and needed to make the body. Also the words that it looked terrible and frightening, that's a good one. It shows that he's now afraid of the monster he's created. And the big thing is, throughout the whole book is, do you think Frankenstein is playing God? Why or why not? So for creating a person, do you think Frankenstein is trying to play God and become a bigger power, or is he just trying to experiment and become a great scientist?
I think he wants to see what he can do with his knowledge and try and create something. I don't think he purposely set out to try and be God and to make a human. I think it was just him wanting to test the limits of science.
Okay, good. So you think it was for his own sort of creativity, scientist side, that he was just trying to see what he could create?
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have anything different? Tom?
I just think he was trying to make a piece of artwork, his own sort of scientific artwork. But I
Okay.
don't think he's playing God.
Okay, so then, do you think it is morally right to recreate a person and bring them back to life? based off what we read in the chapter, that he got all the different pieces of body, which it says that he either stole or he bought, and it's not going to be from one person, it's from different people, man or woman. So do you think it's right to recreate a person from all these different things and piece them together and try to bring them back to life?
I think it's a bit messed up using a whole lot of different body parts from people.
Yeah, you think it's messed up?
I think it's wrong to desecrate a body after it's died. You should, I mean, we're supposed to respect the dead.
Yeah.
And he's gone and like chopped up these people that come from families and love, you know, people that have loved them. And instead of being able to rest in peace, they've been chopped up to be used in a scientific experiment to create something unknown.
Yeah. So that's a really good point, and looking at that, you can see that within this bit of the chapter, it's that he notices that it looked terrible, it looks frightening, and he almost decided to destroy it, but he could not. Why do you think he could not?
Curiosity.
Yeah, so he had to know if it could be put to that he could put life into it, which we then read that he does. So Tom, do you think it's morally right?
If it was done now and he got permission of families, then I don't really see a problem, I think.
Yes, that's a major thing that you, as Natalie made note of, that it's people have lived their lives, they didn't choose or want to come back, or family members have already mourned their death, they don't exactly want to see them come back as a chopped up piece of person. But you think now today, if people had gotten permission from the family, it would be okay?
But what about the people that died?
No, but that's what I'm saying. So if you have organ donations, so if you allow a piece of your body to be used, then that's okay. But spiritually, your body's left, so I don't see the body being exactly who you are. So I don't see a big deal if you give permission and if permission is given on your behalf.
Okay, yeah, so you see it as that it's just a whole lot of body parts, and the
Well, I
actual
mean,
like spiritual part of the person isn't there anymore?
Yeah, because I mean, once you're buried and the spirit leaves, you get eaten by flies and that anyway, so you may as well.
Okay, good. These discussions have been really helpful and they'll help you in the end of understanding the whole book as a whole. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to start silent reading chapter 5. So everyone get out their books and we'll start reading chapter 5.